Hello. It's our second attempt at launching this podcast tonight. It's the Ides of November. We came out. We were a little late getting out here, and then our first attempt did not work. So we're trying it again. And then I had to run into the house because it's a little coolish out here tonight. It's 71. I know that in Massachusetts it's 36 at the moment. So you could probably tell us to go.
Wait, what is the temperature here right now?
71.
It's cold as fuck.
Yeah, our blood is thin.
We should open the house.
Not opening the house.
Why are we?
Because I don't want to be freezing. I have a 71-degree house.
I think we have the air conditioning set at 70 right now.
I think it's at 72. I got cold this afternoon.
Do you want to go check it?
It's at 72. I remember.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
Hello.
I'm Stacy. This is Doug.
My name is Douglas.
We are married. We do not usually hate each other, but sometimes we get a little annoyed.
Like now.
I don't like my hair's crazy, and we're both hangry.
Yeah.
Doug cooked dinner.
I made a nice dinner.
It was terrible.
And it just didn't quite work out the way we wanted.
Shit happens.
You know, it is what it is.
I got to turn that off. All right, so we need to explain.
What do we have to explain?
Sorry, I just Tony finally messaged me with the price. So, okay, so we have this podcast. It's live. We do it. Tracy's here. She said, "Hi, peeps." I almost said, "Hi, perps."
Perps.
We
Wait,
never.
what's up, perp?
We don't really perp. We're not really the perpy type. We're more like the. Like.
Are you saying pervy or perpy?
Perpy. We're not really a perpy type.
That's.
We're not even a pervy type. We think we are. We think we're so badass when we're like doing our old people, middle-aged, 10 years marriage, still fucking sex. But at the end of the day,
we're not that pervy.
We're not. All right. So the long and the short of it is,
you won't even let me use
podcast.
Crisco.
We had a false start tonight. No Crisco, not even in this house under any circumstances. We have a podcast. It's live and interactive. If you're here, you're gonna make friends. Everybody's fucking awesome. Speaking of making friends, and it's interactive. So if you comment, we bring your comment on screen. Look up. Tracy brought it, made a comment. Hi, peeps.
My perps.
And she almost said a hi, perps. There you are. Join us.
I wonder if she's gonna say a hyperbole.
I don't think it's a hyperbole. Why the hell would she say a hyperbole?
It's perp. I was like, hi, perps, hyperbole.
I think she means perpetrators because she's forensic
perpetrator
fanciness. X. If you need to hide a body, Tracy's your girl. Incidentally, they've got a big hefty week ahead of them with
don't be
packing and moving and all that nonsense. If she doesn't, if she and her entire family don't kill each other, I will be pretty proud of them.
Yeah,
because that is it seems to have gone. It went live on my page, but we'll have to move that to trash and make sure that everybody knows where we are. So I actually told somebody about the podcast today, and I don't know if he's going to come and watch. But I made friends with Larry, the pool guy, today.
Oh, Larry's a fantastic,
super sweet guy. Apparently moved to Chicago after.
I thought he was from Chicago originally.
He's from Chicago. Moved here from Chicago.
Okay.
Why not me? Moved here from Chicago 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Has a wife and 2 beautiful children.
She's Italian.
And he's thinking about going to sell cars.
Oh, really?
He just pooled now, but he's thinking about selling cars. I'm like, dude, start your own business.
Yeah, he
start
could do
your own business.
Yeah, he's
a really personable guy.
Super likable
really
guy.
Super nice. And I would really be sad to lose our pool guy because I like this one. I really liked AJ. I don't have AJ.
Fantastic guy.
I don't know. How do I delete that? We'll have to figure it out later.
I don't know. I did have something to report today, and I can pull it up on the screen if I can find it.
What's that?
This right here was a little local story that I wanted to share with the folks tonight. Makes me want to move far, far away. This lion, this Florida panther was found in Bonita Springs, which is what?
Half hour away.
Yeah, not even 20 minutes maybe. You see that thing in your yard, stay in the house because that thing will eat you and enjoy it.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's what you got. All right. Well, I want to get back to Larry. I wanted to get back to Larry. I just wanted to shout out. No, I wasn't done with Larry. I was impressed. He P.S. And again, I don't know if this is racist. And Larry said he was going to check in at some point, but I really wish I was black sometimes.
Why is that?
Because black don't crack. It's like, and I'm like, that's like an expression that people use.
It's probably a racist expression.
But like, serious, I don't know. But I see all of these people of color who look so much younger than me. That are like my and he had like a little salt and pepper in his beard going on, but he looks like he's 12 years old. I made him a snack.
He doesn't look like.
I gave him some charcuterie.
He's a good. You know what? He's too tall. He's too tall to be 12.
I gave him. Tell that to the neighbor kid who plays basketball. Oh, yeah. I gave him a charcuterie. I gave him a Topo Chico, a banana, and a Hershey bar. Packed him a little lunch because I appreciated him. I really like him. I get to do some momming today to a man who is only a year younger than me. But I didn't know because black don't crack. He looked like he was my age. You were. I asked him how old he was.
Yeah.
He's 46.
He's 46, just like you.
Yeah, but I was what? What were you going to say?
No.
What were you going to say?
I don't remember what it was. No, I don't remember.
He was just a nice man. I thought he was really cool. He moved down. One of his friends got shot, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm out of Chicago." And he didn't say "fuck it." He didn't curse at all while he was here.
No, he's a polite guy.
Super
unlike
nice
yourself.
Guy, super nice guy, and he said he's got a 12-year-old who's giving him fits. And I said, "Oh yeah, we know all too well what that's like." So, super nice guy. I was really grateful for that. Tony came today. I don't know what Tony's sidekick's name is, but Tony came today to work on the Jeep for the grand total of $150. Replaced or fixed the exhaust on the Jeep. That sounded like
that was completely like detached or something. I don't know. I couldn't really follow it, but there was cutting involved and welding involved.
I'm just
on
glad
the spot.
That he did everything. He welded in our garage.
No, it was out in the driveway.
Oh, well, that's cool.
I don't know if that's we should go public with that. It might be illegal in Cape Coral too.
It is illegal to work on your car in your driveway in Cape Coral, but he did it in the garage. You can't work on your car in your driveway in Cape Coral. It's craziness.
Well, I've seen more junky cars, and I've seen more trash on sidewalks in Cape Coral than I've not sidewalks, but like people bringing out trash like 6 days ahead of time. Just piles of it, like sofas and TVs, broken TVs. I don't know why it's always funny to me when there's a broken flat screen. It's not funny. I don't want my flat screen to be broken, but for whatever reason, I think that somebody had a fit and broke their damn TV.
Wait, what made you think that somebody had a fit and broke their TV?
Anytime I see a broken flat screen, like after the hurricane, there were a bunch of broken flat screens and stuff, and I swear that people were just throwing them on the ground to get a new TV out of the deal. But anytime I see one, I kind of laugh. But and the reason I laugh is because of the very famous YouTube guy watching the Super Bowl with Cam Newton in it, and he's like, "Damn you, Cam Newton!" And I think he used a golf club to hit his TV and broke it, and then it was still kind of working, and his grandson's trying to watch the Super Bowl, and now half the TV works, and he's like, "Dad, Granddad, don't," and he throws it on the ground, starts stomping on, "Damn you, Cam Newton." It's one of the funniest tirades on YouTube.
Okay. So we got the cars fixed. We got
Larry.
Your car didn't have anything wrong with it because it gets driven to and from Publix.
To and fro.
And it has about 30,000 less miles on it than the Jeep does. Didn't tow any trailers. Hasn't been up the side of any mountains. Hasn't driven on any beaches.
191 or 194, something like that. It's getting there.
Yeah, 210. That's significant. That is significant.
For a Jeep. For Volvo, it's just the break-in period.
Have you had the break-in period for the last 10 years or however long you've owned that fucking thing?
Well,
ding, scratch, ding, scratch.
No, that thing came to me scratched.
Hang on a second.
I put one small scratch in it.
Do you not remember the day that you slid it up the driveway at Surfside?
Well, it was icy.
No, it was you drove it to the stone wall. It was not icy at all. Icy. You literally weren't paying attention, and you drove it into the stone wall. You came inside and had a fit and a half.
And then it really wasn't that bad.
Really, these people are crazy. Anyway, Trey says, "Yup," and it's crazy. Yeah, that moving's got to be a nightmare. Macy says hello, and it's all smiles. Hey, Mace, what's going on, kiddo? I hope that
Hope she's
you're
not
not
listening.
driving your parents too crazy with your squeaky turkey and or chicken.
Squeaky chicken.
Oh my god,
squeaky
I was
chicken.
baked off my ass playing with that thing for like an hour. Trey says he is a pretty kitty.
That's because I showed the mountain of the panther.
I know, I want one. I do believe I will die someday from petting something I shouldn't.
Mm.
That's what I yeah.
It's called molestation.
I'm not going
Do
to
not
say
molest
anything. See, this is like the
a
third
kitty.
time. Like everything I see. You guys, if you've watched the podcast before, and some of you have, both of you have, you will know that sometimes I say things that are fucking crazy. And so tonight,
Sometimes.
so that
I thought that was the reason to
whole
have a
thing
podcast.
right there about petting things I shouldn't. I want to make it a super inappropriate comment right there, but I know that you'll be horrified. It'll ruin your day.
When has that ever stopped you?
I don't try to ruin your day.
No, but people watch the show from my face when you say something
All right.
horrifying.
So you would like me to digress back to my comment about petting things I shouldn't have?
Yes.
Which is what I called my single life petting. A monologue of my single life petting things I
It's not that
shouldn't.
horrifying.
I didn't really pet anything that I shouldn't have. Why do you have to be such a fucking grudge all the time?
It's called the straight man.
So
Johnny Carson had one.
One of my friends from high school.
Was there petting involved?
I'd never pet him, but other people did, I guess. I don't know.
Other people. A legend.
You know this friend. One of my less concerning friends, to be honest with you. My pal Chris, actually Jen knows him too.
Yeah.
Chris has been I don't know how do you find anything on fucking Facebook anymore. It's so jacked up. So he was doing some work in his office. So he has an engineering firm, and I guess they're expanding. Good for Chris. He's living the dream. So he's all excited because he's putting these goddamn urinals in this. He's putting these urinals in, and I was confused. I said, "Are you planning on?" Because he's only one person. I don't know if you knew that. And I asked him if he was planning on growing an extra dick, and if so, how does one go about doing that?
You don't know. You know what? Maybe you should table that comment because some guys are born with 2 holes in their dick. This is perfect for him.
I didn't. Well, he told me that I wanted to know if it was possible to grow an extra dick, and he said stem cells. and so I said, I am.
Hey, if it was that easy, everybody would do it.
To comment on this based on the fact that it's a public forum. But now that we're on the podcast, I feel the need to share.
It's also a public forum.
Like all I could think of is like, well, where do you get stem cells from? Abortion clinic.
No,
I'm sure Chris has taken
breast
plenty.
milk from a stripper.
I'm sure Chris has taken plenty of
True
girls
story.
to the clinic in his day.
True
I'm
story.
not saying he has or he hasn't. I'm just saying that, you know, you did 2 for while you're there. You can take a girl for an abortion, get some stem cells, grow an extra dick. Next time, take 2 girls to the abortion clinic.
Wait.
Take 2 girls to the abortion clinic, get some stem cells, get 4 dicks. Before you know it, you're like an octodick.
Hang on a second. If you're going to go through all that trouble, why wouldn't you just grow one very large dick and show everybody?
No. It's so you can service as many people as possible at once. And I would further. I'm going to go a little further on this one.
Of course you are.
I think
That's my wife.
Because I just had a mental picture of my buddy, right? So if he has like, you know, if you have like just the one dick, right? You do the normal dicking things, you know, that you do. Can you pantomime normal dicking things,
No.
please? All right, so you have the one dick, but if you have 2 dicks, like what do? You go, like if you have the one, you're just like, if you're 2, you're going like that. But what if you have 3, you're like, and if you have 4, and before you know it, if you keep going to the abortion clinic, you keep getting, if you go to the abortion clinic, you keep getting stem cells and you keep growing yourself extra dicks. You have like a little, like a hula hoop dicks. And before you know it, you're just like, so they're all around the edge. By the way, The weed might be kicking it a little bit. Hear me out. Hear me out. This is a good one.
I'm not coming out.
You have to hear
I'm
it.
not coming out.
It's really good. It's really good. Okay, ready? Okay, so when they were coming up with Wheel of Fortune,
Yes.
Pat Sajak must have been in an abortion clinic getting stem cells and dick after dick after dick. And that's how they made that wheel with the pegs all the way around it. That's how they came up with the idea. Pat Sajak.
I'm pretty sure that's not
Pat
how they came up with
Sajak.
that idea.
Pat Sajak was at an abortion clinic so he could get stem cells so he could grow more dicks.
All right.
And they came up with this idea.
All right, can I just say something? This is just pretend this is a shark, and this is the podcast. The podcast has officially jumped itself.
I still think that's hilarious.
It's really-
Anne says, I was on YouTube and you were having tech issues. Yes, we were having tech issues. We're aware of that, which is why we ended the initial
it was aborted.
cast and we did. And we got a second one. We started over again. Sorry about that for any confusion we may have caused. I should go on to. I don't even know what it looks like on YouTube if you look for us.
I go and check the number of the episodes when I go on YouTube. Like that's the only time I ever go. I go on YouTube. I check what episode number it is so I can type it into here.
All right, that's cool.
So
you don't? Would you not think that?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you use stem cells to grow an extra dick? I don't think that's true because with the trans, if you're becoming, little known fact, if you're a lady becoming a man, they do not actually perform an addictomy. They give you hormones and it makes your clit swell up to like a little tiny dick. What? Why are you upset about that?
I don't think addictomy is a sensitive term. It's not what anybody calls it. It's probably not nice.
How do we not come up first? I'm actually logged in as us.
Well, this, as you know from last night's episode, this podcast is a waste of precious time. And people
this
sign
one
out.
woman did call it a waste of precious time.
I
feel like that's the best compliment that I have ever gotten.
So if you go to the live, is where all the new live things are, and there we are.
This is one, and now we have here, and we have to delete it.
Yeah,
but I can't because it won't let me.
Because it's potentially still, I don't know. Yeah, we're really hitting the ground running tonight.
I know I have all kinds of shit, but I just was trying to pull that off the thing.
All right.
Okay, so I have messages from people. Why are people sending me messages?
In the meantime, I could pull up one of the other photos that I had.
Then pull up one of your photos. Why is it always on my responsibility?
I just want to show you guys the Bills made a couple of signings. They made a trade and a signing. This is the gentleman that they signed to be their running back. And I just wanted to this is Leonard Fournette. His thighs are gigantic. Like that's like somebody got stem cells.
Yeah, but he got no ass.
Well, because it's all down in his thighs. Run around. So I don't know. That guy looks like he can run to me.
I don't know if he can run or not, but
anyways, he's a little older, but he's on the team now.
I don't really have a lot of faith in someone who doesn't have an ass.
But his legs are like a tree trunk.
Yeah, but what do you think makes you run faster? Your legs or your ass?
Thighs, that's where the power comes from.
I think it's your ass.
Your poop comes from your ass. We're not asking him to. He's not a professional pooper. He's a running back. So instead of doing the little tush,
your ass does a lot more than poop. It's the largest muscle in your body.
It's the largest muscle in your body.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Look at FloJo. She had an ass on her. She'd run like the fucking wind. I bet she's faster than him.
She's probably is she faster than Leonard Fournette? Possibly. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know. I was
Are
just
women
amazed.
inherently slower than men? Is that like a biological thing?
I think so.
Because Matt Rife was talking about it. It was funny. He was talking about how if he entered into any women's sporting event, it would be over for all the women.
Oh, I wouldn't do well against anybody.
I think it's a reasonably quick man is probably faster than like the fastest woman. Just put it differently.
I would think that, but I'm not sure.
What
percentage of males would beat the fastest female sprinter in the world?
None. All of them. And Tracy says, episode 130.B, kind of. Ann says, I'm going back to YouTube. Hello, Tracy. Go back to YouTube, whatever makes you happy, sweetheart. And Tracy says, damn boy, look at his legs. I just think that he needs an ass. I don't think he's going to be able to run as fast as a big ass, a big booty player.
Flojo ran the 100 meter in 10.49.
Okay.
And it says obviously you can't do that anymore, but that was in
Can you run right now?
Can I run? No.
Yeah, run right now.
No, I can't even. I can't run this shit.
Maybe that's maybe we need to exercise a little bit. That might help our blood pressure.
Never mind.
So do you have more?
No.
You just Flojo is our friend.
I may have. Oh, I did have something from yesterday that was very apropos.
Right. You need to pull something up. Should I talk about something else while you pull it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
There's a woman, a very large, and one would argue. Everyone would argue, not the most attractive, very morbidly obese woman with some face tattoos who had done some jail time. And apparently she gets paid $200 to shit her turd to shit on people. Some people want her to stay the whole weekend and they really like it when she has diarrhea.
Why would somebody do that? I don't know why.
If you offered me $1 million, I couldn't shit on you.
I'm not going to do that. Because I don't have $1 million. And even if I did, I would not.
It would be a waste of money because I would sit there for like 20 minutes and just be sad because I couldn't shit because I can't even shit in the bathroom. Maybe that's the anticipation of it.
Maybe like wait to see the prize.
Who hires like the most vile, unattractive person they can find to shit on them? Like if you want somebody to shit on, is that part of the kink?
Like the person's ugly?
Okay, let's put ourselves. Hang on. We can't really judge a man until we've walked a mile in his shoes. And I don't have any shitter shoes, or chest shitted on shoes. But let's just for a moment, just you and I, put yourself in the mindset. I am a person that likes to have people shit on me.
I don't even know how to go there.
I'm willing to pay. What kind of person is willing to pay to have you to be shit on?
I don't even know.
So do you want? Is it like the grosser the person is, the better?
Well, I don't know. I can't answer that question because I don't have that germ of a
cute, I don't know, like some fucking, I don't know, like hot spinner type, gives
it like a little bloop,
like a cute little Asian girl with big fake boobs. Like, would you rather have a nasty pig of a woman? And I'm sorry, this woman. It's not because she's fat. I'm fat.
I don't know.
She was gross. She was
not attractive. No.
She was very, very fat, and she had face tattoos.
I kind of think she was telling tales out of school.
I think people pay
making stuff up.
How much does it cost to have someone shit on your chest?
You don't want that in your Google history.
You think that I don't have shit like that in my Google history already? You've met me. It cost for someone to shit on your chest. I think $200 is a reasonable amount of money.
Where do you go for that? Craigslist? I don't know where you go.
People quote high prices, but I'll bet the situation actually arose. Most people would do it for $1,000.
Let's ask our audience. What would you do for $1,000? Would you do that for $1,000?
Yes, I'm over 18. Okay, wait. Why are you doing that? Why?
It's called exasperation.
Okay.
I am exasperated at this moment.
How much would you ask to let somebody poop in your mouth? In your mouth? That's some next. But I'm like, I think if you're someone that is looking to make some extra cash, and you're shitting anyway, you don't care where it goes. And if you're somebody who wants somebody to shit on your chest, I think I could be wrong, but in the mindset of the people that like to be shit on, I think that beginners get a hot little spinner.
They get and then they have to crank up the gnarliness,
crank up the nastiness. And you want to get yourself like a chick. Maybe she's got she's fat, she smells, she's got Crohn's, IBS. Maybe she's got a tapeworm. Maybe she's got some sort of a
she eats spicy food.
Maybe she's got
a lot of Taco Bell.
This I could take it so I could. Are you guys eating right now? Because I will make this so gross, as if it's not even gross. I'm just saying, what if you're menstruating and you where do these people? Where is the line? I know I have no line in terms of what I will joke about, right? I have no line. We've clearly established that this is gross.
I'm not coming back up.
But like, where is the line for people that pay to have someone shit on their chest? Like, are these otherwise neat and tidy people? Like, because I feel like if you're
I can't do this anymore.
I
just
Trace says first you have to be able to shit, and then Trace says hi to Anne, and then Tracy references period poops, which are a thing. So, but but hear me out.
You need a new co-host.
Hear me out. You're you're a person. You're like a neat and tidy.
I'm no longer a human.
But hang on. Let's pretend you're like a very exceptionally neat and tidy person.
I'm a neat and tidy person.
You put everything away where, like, basically you're our friend Zach. Like, for them, that would be like the most taboo, perverse thing is poop.
Well, I was trying to think,
and then
when I was exasperated just now, I was trying to think if there's anything like worse than that. Like, I can't really
pooping on
you.
Well, there's
really
pedophiles in the world, so I'm going that's worse.
No, that's worse. That's
worse.
It's a criminal act. I don't think having somebody poop on you is a criminal act.
No, if you're not, listen, if it's two consenting adults with the pooping, I mean, I'm not.
Hey, go for it.
Not my.
I don't care.
It's not my bag.
But I'm just trying to think. Where do you go from there?
No, I'm telling you, they start out with like
necrophilia,
with a hot, small, like Asian lady who had bad sushi.
I'm no doctor, but like I'm
takes
thinking
a crap on your chest, but it's
people
like
poop is bad. It's just as bad as a big person poop. I don't know how.
My poops are small. It just depends on how hydrated you are. Really, it depends on your diet and the amount of fiber you eat.
Your bulk.
But I'm just saying that I think that if you're like an exceptionally tidy person, you think to yourself, what would be naughty that I could do, and they would get like a cute, attractive. But I think that because it's people like to do fucked up shit. I like to talk about fucked up shit, but I don't do anything. I just hang out here, get really fucking excited about the pool guy and Tony and his little sidekick coming to our house. I don't want people to come here, but those people, like, they had a reason to be here. I knew they were coming. It was fine. But like, I don't do anything. Our lives are very boring. We tell you guys about them, and that's why we have 5 followers on the podcast. But if you're somebody who wants to get your freak on, but you're very tidy, I actually dated a guy like this. I dated a guy who would definitely hire somebody to shit on him. I guarantee you he does. Okay, and I'm not going to name names, but his first name was Ken, and he's the guy that I said, "Oh, this is such a story." So this guy was such a neat freak. Anytime he went to the bathroom, he had to shower.
That's weird.
That's the guy that hires somebody to shit on their chest. And then they start out again, because it's for them, it's taboo because they're so neat. So they're taboo. Oh, it's so dirty. So when they do is they start out and they get themselves like a pretty girl, like hot little number. And they're like, excuse me, miss, would you mind if you took a poop on me? And then they get to poop and then they wash themselves and they're like bad. And they go to their therapist and talk about how they were so terrible as children. They weren't properly potty trained. And
I don't even
they don't like their mother and all this stuff. And as time goes on, they got to get more and more kinky. And before you know it, they got you coming over to take a shit on them. And if the money is right, Doug will come and take a shit on you because he can shit, unlike myself. For the right amount of money, Doug will come and shit on you. We need the money. Okay. But we are not here to judge people.
I was thinking you would need music.
What kind of music would you listen to when you poop?
Dirty Laundry.
Dirty Laundry by whom?
I don't know. One of the Eagles guys there. You lay dirty laundry.
I
don't know why that just. Yeah, there's got to be a soundtrack to pooping on people.
Ann says, "Did they come for your car?" Yes, Tony came and fixed the car today. Next week he's coming back to seal my engine that leaks profusely. Tracy said, "I'm pretty sure he would not."
I'm pretty sure you're right.
For $1,000, you're not going to you're not going to shit on someone for $1,000.
No,
there's nobody you actually want to shit on.
Nobody. Who would I want to do that?
I would shit on lots of people if I could. If I could make $200, hang on. First of all, I would pay to be able to shit. I have paid to be able to shit. I've spent a lot of money paying to be able to shit. If somebody wants to pay me and I can shit, that's a double bonus. How does that even work though? Because it like, which way do you face? Like when when you're on a plane, right? And you don't know, like you give the
And
crotch, you give
the
them the
person
ass.
that's receiving this gift,
Yeah, that's what I'm
do
saying.
they watch, or do they?
Of course,
Or do they
they're watching.
They just wait for
Of course,
the
they're
warm
watching.
sensation?
But I guess that
on
they
their
would probably
chest.
have a preference. I want to know. This is what I want to know. If anybody knows anybody
No,
pays,
no.
if you know anybody who pays to have someone's shit on their chest, can you ask them which way they want the person to face and why? Because that's a question I would want to know.
Right. I'm sorry. We have Randall.
Poor Randall.
Randall's
Says,
tuning
not
in
Doug, no way.
from Liberia.
And
he's
Randall's here and
this.
he's saying hi.
So we'll say hi to Randall because he's one of our
We're
new besties.
We're going to be banned across the world.
No, Liberia might they'll
how do you
block
get away
us.
with listening to this podcast in Liberia? Like, is there some sort of like rules to what's allowed on the internet and television?
Well, I think it's a democratic country.
Are you using are you using an are you using a firewall? Like not what do you call it? An IP address?
No,
a massive
nothing.
IP address?
Yeah, it's ludicrous what happens on this show.
I don't know which countries they are, but there are for sure countries in the world that ban this podcast, and rightfully so.
Their loss.
No one should watch it.
Yeah, because this is jam packed with educational. Potential.
Sometimes it is jam packed with educational.
Yeah, but not tonight.
I'm working on it. I have notes.
I have notes.
So a local roofing company.
Yes.
Good friend of ours or acquaintance of ours, Nick.
The roofer.
Nick was the realtor, but he became the roofer, and he's making more money doing roofs than he was doing the realtor.
Roofing it up, baby.
Not that there's anything wrong with
an honest day's work.
No, but I mean he's making bank. They're doing great. After Ian, there was a massive demand for licensed contractors. As a matter of fact, it is a felony to perform work in a disaster area post a hurricane, because so many people would get faulty work done or give deposits and people wouldn't come back. So he and his brother went off and started a roofing company.
What if somebody
or something like that
post hurricane is hired to poop on someone's chest and they're not licensed to do
you have to be licensed, I think, but I'm not sure. So anyway, this company Randall
says they use data there here. So they're just pulling it. Nice going.
So thank you for using your data on us. Again, we question your sanity. But speaking of questioning sanity, this is the most there's a lot of people still haven't gotten roofs. As a matter of fact, it's been over a year. I was just talking to Donna about this, about how the Bubble Room's not open yet. Bubble Room, amazing restaurant in Santiva, not open. But Boop's next door is open. You can get sandwiches. They own it, and you can get sandwiches and you can get cake. The cake is the important part. It's $10 a slice. They're not charging enough. The cake is that fucking good. And their little shop across the street recently reopened, but we didn't go in there. We're waiting to find out when the restaurant opens. So I was just talking to Donna about Florida stuff and Florida, how Florida be Florida, and she couldn't believe that things weren't fixed yet. And I'm like, no, like our neighbors still need a roof. Like there's people all over town with blue tarps.
Still going
people
on.
Don't have the money for new roofs.
Well, think if you're the average Joe, right? You're sitting in your house and then you all of a sudden need a $25,000 roof, which I assume that's what they cost. They might cost a little less down here because they're not as intricate. And you're poor, you're on a fixed income, insurance isn't helping.
You're not even poor. You're middle. Well, first of all, the middle class is now all fucking poor. We were the middle class. We're poor now.
We couldn't afford to live in Massachusetts.
Order to perform, no, we can't. We can't afford to live in Massachusetts. I want to live in an RV. So anyway, in order to promote their roofing business, they had seen a similar promotion in Louisiana. So this roofing business is now giving away a free turkey.
Oh yes,
and AR-15 with the purchase of a roof.
I don't think that's I don't think that
I am not making this
legal
up
because you can't
totally legal. So you have to be able to pass. So you have to. They have a partnership with a local gun club where they teach you to shoot and handle the gun properly. So it's not that you have to pass. And if you don't want the gun, they give you $500 off your roof.
Do they donate it to someone who needs a gun?
Like us, we need guns. You at any moment, Larry or Tony could have snapped, and we would have needed a gun.
Both those guys are nice guys.
I understand, but they could snap. You don't know. Maybe somebody tricked them.
The only reason they would snap is because they're talking to you about anything.
Tracy says 10 to 30 grand for a new roof. Maybe the AR so you can shoot yourself. done paying for it.
I remember when I had my house, it was like, yeah, this roof is because you should start saving for a roof now. When am I going to need a new roof? For like 15 to 20 years. Saving now. Like, here's the thing, people.
Yeah, but
some people don't have extra money.
Well, a lot of people don't have extra money, and therein lies the problem. They say that you should have. The problem is that people think that they can spend, 30, 40, 50% of their income on their mortgage, but then they have house repairs that they just can't do. And there you go.
I'm thinking about like even cars. It's like cars
people are upside down on a lot of
crazy
cars.
expensive nowadays.
Well, and our buddy's still trying to sell his F-150 Lariat Super Cab. It's like $8,000. That's a perfect truck for anybody who wants to make money. I actually should have mentioned it to Kevin.
Please don't click.
I like the promotion of the roofing company. He wants to make sure he's protected with the way the world is. Well, that's kind of the point. And he talked about how they're, they want people to be safe in their homes and to be able to protect their homes, and how they're teaching firearm safety as part of this initiative. How many clients do you think they've gotten since this promotion ran? No, here.
Oh, here?
Cape Coral. It's a Cape Coral company.
I don't know what kind of marketing
they've gotten. Eight new clients as a result of this promotion. So shout out. Listen, it may not be something that you support. Maybe you don't want an AR-15. Maybe you don't think that AR-15 should be legal. But that's a fucking good marketing idea for the fucking.
It's kind of random though.
It is. Well, they had seen it in Louisiana.
Like, why don't they give people $1,000 worth of fireworks for the 4th of July?
Well, they could do that in July, but it's a little bit late. He had seen the commercial. He ran it. He'd seen it as a similar promotion. He ran it himself, and it worked. Good for him.
It's funny. It's just random. It's like, you get a free juvenile camel. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
like,
but
how would
because people in Florida aren't like, hey, I want a juvenile camel. It's Florida. People want guns. We want guns.
They also want. Here's the things that people want in Florida. They
somebody to shit on their chest. Guns. A panther on their lawn.
I don't know, but I don't think wants that. They want a lifted truck with low pro tires and purple lights in your wheel wells. I don't know what's up with that.
Who are we to judge?
Yeah.
If
you like that kind of thing, go have it. But I don't know. I think the key part of that whole thing is that they're not just giving out guns, but they have to go. They got to learn how to do them. I'm all for
safe gun ownership.
Safe gun ownership. You got to have responsibility, and a lot of people never had exposure to guns, and they don't know how to respect it or whatever. But of course,
it's been.
I don't think we just give out willy nilly.
But I think we should.
Tests. No
I would like it. I would like it if we had a gun in the house. It would make me feel better because we.
How do you know we don't? I might have gone.
A
lefty liberal went and got his gun permit.
Well, but I don't like the random people showing up at the house all the fucking time. That makes me nervous.
What, are you gonna shoot them?
I might.
You're not
in Lee County. They want you to shoot. You live in Florida. If somebody breaks in your house, they're like, please shoot them. Please shoot to kill.
Is that like on a state page or where's that coming from?
Dude, the sheriffs are always talking about it.
Sheriffs. Yeah, we have sheriffs. Like, I know we have sheriffs in Massachusetts, but like
not like we do here.
Here, there's
it's
sheriffs.
It's just different. It's because a lot of things are done by county. Like, because Florida's gigantic. It could be its own country. It's so big. Like, and I thought when we moved down, like my friend Christina moved down at the same time. I'm like, oh, I didn't even say goodbye to her because I figured I was going to see her in like a week. Not realizing that she's like,
normal
4.5 hours away.
People know how big certain states are, the country is.
I don't know how big things are. I don't know where Colorado is on a map. I don't fucking know where we live. But at least on Halloween, I gave out a reasonable snack.
A reasonable snack?
Shout out to our 4 trick-or-treaters and parents.
Well, they got all my candy. I got all these people today online. Oh, where do I take my
There's Hershey bars on the table, but I'm sorry. What is your blood pressure? When was the last time you exercised?
Look at me. You're yelling at me.
Did you fill your water jug today?
I did fill my goddamn water jug today.
Did you finish it?
Not goddamn, but because my friend Ian gave it to me. I believe I am close to finishing, and the day ain't over.
And how many are you supposed to drink?
This does not sound like the behavior of a woman that's trying to lower her husband's blood pressure. You're yelling at me, and you're yelling at me, and you're yelling at me. Oh
my God, you tune me out unless I go on a tirade. You just tune me out. That's what you do.
Maybe I know the tirade's coming, and I need to get in my tune-out bunker.
Get life insurance if you're going to kill yourself.
I'm killing myself.
Long-term care because I can't even take care of myself. How am I going to take care of you? Kids aren't going to take care of us. Little Macy down the street's going to. She's a doctor. She's 2, but she's a doctor.
How was she a doctor?
She tells me she's a doctor when she comes. She puts thermometers in my mouth. She looks at me. She's a doctor. By the way, best doctor I've ever been to.
Oh, pretty good. Young Cindy is here saying, hey, hey, hey. And you know what
Cindy,
I say to that? I say, all right, all right, all right.
Of the injured foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you call it? Odyssey? Like the what do you call it? Like the Iliad and the Odyssey?
Yeah, the Iliad and the Odyssey.
What do you call it? Kind of book that goes on like that.
Those are
very
called
long.
sagas.
No, not a saga. It's a different word. Not the word for a saga. Not the point.
Tomei.
No, not not Marissa Tomei. The point is that she has had this. What the fuck? What kind of book is? I need to know what that. What's the word for that? A long ass book.
A Tomei is one of it. I can't think.
It's called epic poetry. An epic.
No. Oh, it's an epic.
An epic.
No, that's
an epic. Well, it's epic. Anyway, she's in this epic story of Cindy's broken ass fucking foot. She's had more surgeries, IVs, the whole 9 yards.
Why do you keep breaking your foot?
She just broke it again today.
Why are you breaking your
Same
foot?
fucking foot.
Try not breaking your foot
Cindy,
for a change. See how that works out.
I don't know the whole story,
okay,
but I know that a fake snake and children were involved.
That's a good story, right
she's
there.
giving away some children. So, hey, Cindy, I'm glad you're
here.
Do you
have any candy?
Glad I got my Jeep fixed today. You cannot have any candy. Ann asked if your blood pressure was rising. His blood pressure.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm going to drown him in the motherfucking pool.
This is not a relaxing.
How many panic attacks am I having a day that you're going to die?
Well, that's a you problem. Oh, holy crap. Cindy says, yes, kids and candy go together.
Have at it.
Wait. So what kind
She's giving away the children.
Are the kids any interesting? Or are they like, because that's pretty funny. The fake snake breaking your mom's foot.
Teen ears.
That's pretty good stuff.
I'm good. I'm good. If they were like 5, I'd be totally down with it. Side note, I don't know which neighborhood you took your kids trick-or-treating in, or if perhaps you went trick-or-treating, perhaps you gave out candy. A man on TikTok, I believe, has one Halloween. He put on a table these little containers, sealed containers, and ketchup packets. So you could either have ketchup packets or a sealed container with a live goldfish. And he had a video, and it was on TikTok, and that was hilarious.
I'm going for the fish.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
fish for sure.
Every once in a while, you'd go to some kid's birthday party, or something, or something like that, a fun fair or something, and you'd end up winning a goldfish, or the kid gives you a goldfish or whatever. Yep. And we'd have to put it in a bowl, but it'd have to go on the TV because that was the only place that was nice and warm. Those things lasted about maybe 16 hours.
You put them on the cable box. I had a goldfish that I once bought on the last day of school. I kept it in a paint can and I fed it only Funyuns. It lived a long time. Oh, speaking of animal care, and clearly how we're not up on it. Are you supposed to trim your cat's nails?
Cats, I think. Well, cats do their own thing. I don't. Well, sometimes they get long, but
Trace, you did the vet tech thing. Are you supposed to trim your cat's nails? Because my friend Christina, she sends her cats for haircuts, which is a little weird to me. But they're fluffy cats. I guess you have to, or they shed everywhere. But she takes she trims their nails, and I never trimmed my cat's nails. Cats were self-nail trimming.
Tracy says yes. You're supposed to.
What the fuck? We haven't been paying attention. I got to circle back to Cindy says that they're fun when they aren't broken. Yeah. I think she means the children, not her.
When
feet.
you aren't
I don't
broken,
know.
That's what she's saying.
Oh yeah, when I've been broken for 10 years. So tell me about it. Cindy said our neighborhood won Halloween adult drinks at every table, hot dogs, burgers, food, candy, beyond I've ever seen.
That's just attention seeking right there.
Any trick or treaters on our street. I hate our neighborhood. I'm friends with the one neighbors. The other neighbors that we've met are nice. I mean, I like Lynn. She's cool. Fine. Like people we meet seem to be nice. Cindy says, of course, being on 24/7 IV meds now for 8 weeks with no alcohol for you. Girl, a year. I did a year of IV antibiotics. I did 18 months of oral antibiotics, 6 months of
It's not a contest.
injections.
It's not. The poor woman's got a broken ass foot,
I
and you're in there talking about your
I'm-
goddamn disease.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say, I know. I don't drink anymore because it's not so good, but I do the medical marijuana. I find that to be delightful.
And not for nothing. I don't like to pick on typos, but I think she might be on the alcohol because she spelled alcohol lochol. and I know what you mean, but I'm thinking she might be
You've
double.
never transposed two letters in your life.
I'm just saying that she's probably a little double dipping on
When
the
you
IV
have my
and
husband
alcohol.
make you something, double check to see if you forgot a letter.
Oh my God, I'm terrible at it.
You have to.
I'm
He has to be
terrible at
proofread. Tracy says yes.
Yes, the
to
cat thing.
nail trimming. Cindy says my daughter's a vet tech, just graduated of school. I'll have to ask her. Apparently, you're supposed to trim the cat nails. Dave Ethier says hi. How do we know?
He's a music guy. He's a Wormtown guy.
He's the one. His friend was sick.
No.
I would be thinking about that guy. I gotta reach out to him. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. Hey, Dave, what's up? We're glad you're here.
Dave's a good dude. He tunes in. He's a fan now. He's becoming a fan. He wasn't so sure.
What's wrong with you?
Well, Dave, I'm glad you joined late because the early part of
the podcast
was not so good.
Do you know that people pay to be pooped on?
Yeah.
It's a thing. Cindy says, "Oh, she's fine. It's all hell." We will call it pain meds. I enjoy pain meds. I don't actually enjoy them. I hate them. I don't want to ever need pain meds. But
you know why? Because
medical marijuana. Took some straight up cannabis oil tonight.
If you have any extra Ativan, mail it to maritalhate@keepworld.com.
He said, "Watching mom, this is better."
You never know.
You mean your mom or the show mom?
Probably the show mom.
Pain meds equals fuck grammar and spelling. I actually, some of my best work as a writer has been high off my fucking ass.
Some of your best work as a snack creator.
High off my ass.
Yeah.
Some of my best work as a sex haver.
She does sex have, but the problem you don't remember. I do this amazing acrobatic stunt show.
I remember the other day we did the sex, and I said, "Oh, we're doing this now," and you had your finger in my butt.
No, I didn't.
You put your thumb in my asshole.
I didn't do
your thumb was definitely in my asshole.
That was not bad.
It wasn't your thumb?
Was not. No, it was. Why? No, that was way before anything actually happened.
But your thumb was in my asshole. I remember that.
What am I supposed to do? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
It's good to have a thumb in an asshole occasionally.
Dave says the show mom. My best thoughts are when I'm high, of course. I suck at spelling. We all suck at spelling. I'm just picking on her. Cindy says, I hate them. I had my card, but unfortunately, state jobs don't agree. Needs to be just federally illegal. Which I agree to that.
I would rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Yeah, but just company drug tests is just.
But the fact that we're like, hey, everybody have some opiates, but don't have any marijuana.
Well, here's the thing: you want somebody drunk off their ass or high? High, they're friendly. Drunk off their ass, they're
aggressive and
drive around and
usually people that are high but people are high are generally.
I'm hoping Cindy
not getting much done. It's pretty obvious when people are high. I think
Tracy agrees to the pot thing, but Cindy, you need your job obviously. But do you have a job where you're important enough to not need if you're high you can't do your job?
I don't think she's been working for a while.
No, but I'm just wondering if she's a nurse.
But she's not working right now because of her foot. That
Can you do they test for nitrous oxide?
No, I watched something the other day though about some guy drank to fuck up the drug test.
Ooh.
I think he drank fucking bleach.
Oh, Cindy is
diluted
working.
Bleach and fucked up his drug test. He passed with
flying colors. Diluted
she
bleach.
said she is working. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I was worried about you guys.
So what is? Do we know what Cindy does for a living?
Yeah,
it's something good. I know.
Well, I'll tell you what she's not. Some sort of an acrobat. She have a foot problem.
Maybe she
does a lot with the Jeep community. I'll tell you that. But whatever she does, it's delightful. Let's not talk about Cindy. Of course, we're going to distract Cindy from her foot because she's had a long day of foot problems. And if we're going to talk about foots, I'm going to start going on the foot fetish. I don't think anybody needs any more.
We've already talking about fetish.
We've had one fetish for today. That seems like enough. Okay. Saw a meme today or a GIF or TikTok or some sort of article. I saw it. I saw this thing. And apparently there are two kinds of people. Christmas people.
Yep.
Halloween people. Okay. And everybody is either a Christmas person or a Halloween person. I'm more of a Thanksgiving person. because I like to cook Thanksgiving.
I love Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving
I
is
love
a
Thanksgiving.
a time where all the families get to, everybody's where they need to be.
But we don't have anybody. Nobody wants to spend Thanksgiving with us. We're so sad. No one likes us. Okay, so despite the fact that no one likes us, and I'm a Thanksgiving person, not really Halloween or Christmas. Holidays have been really sad. Honestly, my kids don't talk to me, so holidays, and I don't have any family, so holidays are pretty sad for me.
I have a weird take, and I hope I'm not insulting anybody. I think Halloween is a white trash holiday.
Oh,
I don't see a lot of sophisticated houses for Halloween.
You just fucked up my whole thing, but I'm going to share it anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to read up the comments, and I'm going to circle back on this. Cindy said, I switched departments. I was an officer at the juvenile detention center, but now a job for DCF giving state benefits. Well,
so you're like,
people.
What I'm gathering is that she's just sick of kids.
Well, I think that when you're dealing with DCF and giving people benefits, you're probably pretty grateful for what you have.
But now, I
hope you are, because
but that's a cool job.
I will tell you that the more grateful I am, the more I receive in my life, and the happier I am in life. And I've been struggling lately, so I'm going to keep doing it. Tracy says, "I'm sorry your foot hurts." She is.
See,
sorry your
look
foot
at that.
Tracy's a kind and compassionate person.
We're building a community that helps each other.
She broke my foot at the detention center. Well, cha-ching.
Wait, I thought you said her kids hit a fake snake, and she jumped or fell down.
She already had broken the foot, and then she broke it again. She just keeps breaking herself over and over again. She's like Humpty Dumpty.
Get a bionic.
Tracy prefers Halloween. That doesn't surprise me. I will get to that. And Tracy says, I will come down and cook for you guys next year. I don't eat turkey, but I like the sides. I will cook. I just need people to cook for. I love cooking. I love cooking for Thanksgiving in a way that you cannot even begin to
20
imagine.
Pages of notes she had.
Timers, 12 pages of instructions.
Fryer laters.
It's just crazy. I miss it. And she said, I'm white trashy and proud of it. Same girl. Who was I talking to the other day? And I was like, this is what white trash looks like.
Oh, yeah.
I was in the driveway.
We all know.
Nope, not a cha-ching. Didn't file workman's comp. That's a whole other story. We should talk about that. I have a great lawyer. She says, thank you, Tracy. And Tracy means you're welcome. I'm going to say it for her because she's polite. She would say you're welcome.
But she is a Halloween person.
So here's the thing.
If you know what I mean.
So which do you prefer, Halloween or Christmas?
I am a big Christmas guy. I'm a big Thanksgiving guy, but I am a big Christmas guy too.
So Thanksgiving is my sweet spot, but if I were going to choose between Thanksgiving and Christmas, Halloween and Thanksgiving, so I'd probably go Halloween. So the theory was that that if you had a good childhood, like a happy childhood with like love and like parents that loved you, like Doug did, you're a Christmas person. It's so happy with your happy, well-rounded childhood.
I'm so sorry.
Love. You got your love and stuff.
I had the love of my parents,
like neglected and unwanted, and had like drunken alcoholics and abusive and mental illness in your home, you like Halloween better. Shout out to all my Halloween people. I'm just saying. Cindy says, I already tried Morgan & Morgan. I don't know shit about Morgan & Morgan. Call Rob Noah. Rob's
we got a guy.
Rob's a dear friend of mine. And it's Robert Noah. He's up in Boston. I think he's licensed in Florida, but if he isn't, he'll get you somebody. He knows this stuff. I can't Morgan & Morgan, I kind of get the impression that they're like a slop house of some sort. What's a slop house?
Well, no. A lot of those, what they'll do is they have the guy, he goes out, like the Morgan guy, who, by the way, on the Morgan & Morgan commercial says the word Morgan more times than you can count. He's got his but they have like a figurehead, and then you go in and you think you're gonna get the guy, and you get some. They bid it out, and they get networks of
Talk
schlubs.
to Rob.
Yeah,
talk to Rob. I actually, a few people that have watched the podcast have talked to Rob and been very happy with him. It's Rob Noah, Boston. Look him up. It's free to call him. And his email is rlnoahlaw@gmail.com. She says she hates Christmas. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the holidays. It hasn't been good to me. And she says, Halloween is the way to go. I go Harry and Richard riding on Hooker. They are staying. She's got these two skeletons in her Jeep. Her Jeep's name is Hooker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember.
And she says, Harry and Richard are staying year round now. I need those spots for them.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
You should be able to see that. It's Robert Noah.
He's up in Massachusetts. So, well,
Okay.
here's the thing. I like Christmas. I love the lights. I like because it's the only time of the year you really hear like anything like
Oh, I have so
classical
many opinions
music.
of this.
You'll like you hear a wide swath of music for over many a decade. I love the Rudolph special. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I watch it every day. It's
So
yeah.
when do you think it's an appropriate time to put up your Christmas tree?
Your Christmas tree.
By the way, we keep one Christmas tree up all year in the guest room. My friend Zach got it for me. It's ceramic. I love
it
it.
lights up and it scares away the night jack. And if you don't
If
know
you're-
who the night jack is, PM me and I'll tell you.
It has not scared away the whatever. She said my 11. It doesn't scare away the night jack. Cindy says my 11-year-old started singing Christmas songs, and hell no, I made her go outside. Sorry. So the night jack. We do have the Christmas tree in the guest room.
So you asked me the question: when do I think you can put up your Christmas tree?
When is the appropriate time?
If it's a late Thanksgiving, you can put it up the weekend after Thanksgiving because it takes a while to get the tree and all that stuff. So, but other than that, I would say any time in December.
I'm going not till the pie is over, but people are putting their trees up now. My friend Kristen, she likes to put her tree up early. And listen, you want to put your Christmas
tree.
You want to have your Christmas decorations up all fucking year. That makes you fucking happy.
You don't want to have Christmas? You don't want to have Christmas at all?
You
don't have it. We don't
have Christmas. You want to celebrate Festivus? Yeah. Celebrate Festivus.
People don't get this.
You want to shit on somebody's chest for $200? You do that. We will not judge you. We love you.
But I will judge you if you like Halloween better than Christmas because that's white trash. No, I'm kidding. Halloween is good fun.
You know who's not going to get his chest shit on? Doug.
That was anyway. my grand plan.
If I could fucking figure out a way, I might just, if I could ever get to a point where I thought I could shit on your chest, I would have to come into it just because.
She just rang her own bell.
Did I really?
Not okay. Yeah, you rang the bell with your hair. Try to do it again.
Maybe that's what we need to do is put this in front of you.
I will tell you
when you put your head on the table.
I will tell you my least favorite holiday.
Arbor Day.
Probably
those trees.
No.
No.
Probably St. Patrick's Day and or Valentine's Day because I don't need to be told to,
Yeah, you do.
Special. I do something special every day.
Sometimes you do something special. Sometimes you've been grouchy for like a week, and I'm just like, I'll order takeout. Sorry, don't.
I don't want to cook. I cooked tonight, and look what happened. I didn't put love into the cooking, and it showed.
See, we need to eat, and we need to eat healthy, and we haven't been eating healthy, and I've been feeling really shitty, and I'm not healthy enough to get up and cook, so I don't really know what the option is. I have plans. What?
I just read.
I'm getting there. Tracy
Cindy's
says,
comment.
"Oh no, not the night jack." Cindy says, "Never. My family and I fight each year when the tree up. I obviously prefer no tree. We don't put a tree up, except the one that's in the guest room."
Could convert.
Cindy says, "My husband is looking at me like I'm a crack because I'm laughing so hard at her hitting the bell on the dog's chest. On the dog's chest. On shitting on Doug's chest. Hitting the bell and shitting on Doug's chest.
She's not shitting on my chest.
If I could."
You're not going to clean it up. That's the problem. If you're going to clean it up,
How am I going to clean it up? I'm just shit. I got to clean my asshole.
Take a shower like your
I have
boyfriend.
to get myself like a sticker or a toy or something because I can never poop. Maybe that's the secret for me being able to poop. Maybe if somebody gave me toys, I would have a better time. Like a sticker or like some M&Ms perhaps. Can't have. This was my first Halloween without Reese's peanut butter cups. I found out I was allergic to peanuts this year. Go ahead, Doug. Say it.
It has not been confirmed by a doctor.
Okay, and
or science.
Am I having allergic reactions on a regular basis anymore?
No.
So what is different that we changed? What changed?
You've eliminated peanuts. You thought it was crab for a while.
I wanted it to be crab. I could live without crab. Peanut butter? I can't live without Reese's peanut butter. I can't live.
But there are acceptable substitutes to peanut butter.
I can't live anymore. Who sang that? I can't remember.
Harry Nilsson.
Wasn't it?
It was actually. It was probably, but it was originally on a Badfinger album.
That was Mariah Carey.
Did she do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Mariah Carey did it. Okay. So So Cindy says no tree.
Tracy, do what you want.
Tracy is in a race to get to Georgia and put up. I don't know how many trees they're going to have. They're going to have one in the pool house, one in the main house, one by the pool, one in the camper.
I don't know how they're like. Yeah, they're like us. You move down south and you become instantly like bougie.
Yeah, because you get like a 5% pay increase just because you're not paying income tax anymore.
Well,
although they moved to Georgia. Georgia has income tax. What is the income tax?
You're gonna have to start making moonshine out the back. Make some extra money.
I don't think that. No, I think that there's too many established people in the moonshine space. State income taxes range from 1% to 5.7%, but the general tax rate is 4%. So they're saving 1%.
Well, hey, 1% goes a long way.
You're 1%ers. You're 1%ers. She said, "Not Doug. Stupid spell check doesn't like Doug."
Yeah, nobody likes
Doug. Do you know what our friend Todd calls Doug?
Not Greg.
Not Greg. That's what his name is. Not
Greg.
Greg.
A lot of people call me Greg.
For no reason.
Yeah,
and
they know they
Doug
hear me
Gear,
saying, and they're like, there's an R, there's an
Greg.
E, there's a G, something. I'm like, it must be Greg.
So they call him Greg. So anyway, our friend Todd calls him Not Greg. Like always calls him Not Greg. And so I was telling Doug and I were just like scrolling, and there were these really cute puppies, and I'm like, oh, we should get a dog and name it Greg. The best name ever for a dog would be Greg. I'd be like, well, me and Greg and Doug. Get Greg and Doug and I were in bed together, and Greg shit on Doug's chest.
And Greg goes to the pound.
Tracy says a lot less taxes than Mass. I'll tell you this, my favorite thing about moving to Florida. So if you are not from Massachusetts and you're not from Florida, you may not know this, but some states require an annual inspection on your vehicle. It's $35 and they come up with stupid shit. Most of the time, the shop that you're at magically finds something that you have to fix and they'll charge you $12 to change a fucking light bulb. And you're like, whatever, just get it fucking done because you've been waiting for 45 minutes to get your car inspected and it's already the second of the month because you skipped into the next month because you wanted to cheat the government out of the $35 by 1/12 because you could do that, which we did during COVID. We got a little note. Remember the note about the inspection?
There's a note.
In any case, you have a car, you have to get it inspected annually in Massachusetts. And for me, with a Jeep dashboard that looks like a goddamn Christmas festival, that was a problem. And I would have to go through this aggravation every year, whereas my
Christmas festival, she's saying, because all the lights on the dash are on. Airbag light, check engine light,
ABS, airbags. I got all of them. It's like fucking Christmas. It's beautiful. Yeah. And so, although it's more like some sort of fall festivity because it's red and orange.
It's Diwali.
I don't have any green lights anywhere in that Jeep, I assure you. As a matter of fact, my mechanic scolded me today in my own house because my Jeep does not have a working horn or emergency brake. I'm like, why do I need an emergency brake? I haven't had an emergency brake for 8 years. It's fine. The horn I have replaced with a squeaky duck. So
you know what we should do is get one of those rubber chicken things that we got the kids, and then because that's a little louder.
It's a little louder than the squeaky duck, but I do have a megaphone.
Oh, the megaphone is a lot of fun.
Cindy, get yourself a megaphone.
Well, Cindy, I don't know if you've been invited yet, but the megaphone is good for announcing the Sanibel Deviled Egg Festival
coming up. You gotta go to the Sanibel Deviled Egg Festival. It's always in the summer, the hottest day of the summer, whatever that is. That's when the Sanibel Deviled Egg Festival will be on Sanibel Beach.
Like
any beach you want in Sanibel, it's island wide. So
pick a nice windy day.
So in Massachusetts, you have to go. So you have to get your emissions tested, and they have to look at your safety features, turn signals, headlights, that kind of thing. But the big one is the emissions.
It's a rigmarole.
So there's certain things, if you've been going to your mechanic long enough, that they can cheat for you, like no working seat belts, broken windshield, no reverse lights, and no horn, which are things I've always presented to him. However, they can't cheat on emissions. So what he would do is reset the computer in my Jeep, and I would drive it around, and you have to have so many cycles of the engine. So I would go back and he'd tell me if it was soon enough or whatever. And invariably the light would go back on, or every once in a while I'd get lucky and he'd be like, yes, you can pass now. And I would go in and he would pass me. Yeah. Although one day he's like, I can't fit you in for another half hour. Drove around and the fucking light came on and I was so pissed. But then it went back off again.
You know what normal people do? they maintain their
I
vehicles,
maintain my vehicle.
and they don't
when it breaks.
they don't put it in the mud.
When it breaks sufficiently enough to merit a phone call, I make a phone call. No go, we make phone call. It's very simple. But in Florida, so Massachusetts, you have to go through this every fucking year.
It's
which for me, it's like a 2-month process. I have to start ramping up.
I think of all the things that I think it's a good thing that they have that, because
shut up.
I would like cars on the road that share my road to have things like brakes, emergency brakes, backup lights, a horn.
Goddamn liberal. Doug's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
I'm not.
Well,
so in any case,
I'm a radical
the
liberal.
point is
not
that
radical left.
In Florida, you register your car. It's very expensive. It's going to cost you like $600 per car.
That's how they get you.
You go to the place and they're like, okay, we're going to come out and look at the odometer. They write down the number of miles on your car and they're like, cool. You're good. See you again in 20 years. Matter of fact, I just put the new registration sticker on the Jeep.
Very good.
Renewed. It is what it is. And we also have excise tax in Massachusetts, where you basically have to pay tax on your car every year just for having your car. They're like, that'll be $100. Here's a bill. And you get it for 2 cars.
And they always make it like about $100, so you don't like really like, yeah, okay, I gotta pay it, right? If it was more than that, it was like $200-300.
It's a lot of money to most people.
No, I know that. I know that, but they keep it low so nobody complains.
I don't think that's low. And I remember not being able to pay mine. Cindy says you look like a Greg.
Beauty is in the eye of the.
One guy said he looked like George Clooney, but more often than not, people say he looks like an old busted Matt Damon.
Busted.
Or that guy from Dexter. Virginia and West Virginia. I have a kink, by the way, that I want to do with Doug that we've only gotten halfway to. I'll explain it to you after I read the comments, if you remind me. Virginia and West Virginia require that stupid inspection also. Yep. They don't sing about when West Virginia get inspection.
Safety road.
This is terrible. The dog's naming up is Doug. I'm not talking about naming my dog Doug. I'm talking about naming my dog.
Did the dog
Greg.
die? Oh, it was the wife that died. Oh, spoiler alert.
You just spoiled that movie. I wonder how Barbara's dog's doing today. I wonder if she still thinks that this podcast is a waste of time.
It is a waste of precious time.
Precious time. Those are just emojis. They are our friends. Oh, yeah. The lights on our dash are just emojis. That's a burrowing owl going apeshit. Cindy says it's a Jeep. It is normal. Just ignore it or smile at it.
No, that's what she does.
She said PM me about it. No. I'm happy to have all the lights in the world on my Jeep.
We just made up because that was about the Devil Egg Festival. We just made that up, and it's not really. We're trying to get it to take on.
But we yell across while we go through Sanibel Island with the Jeep on the megaphone while there's a lot of tourists. Doug tells, "Come to the Sanibel Deviled Egg Festival
this week."
It's ridiculous. But I would love to chat sometime, but I'm going to be really, really baked and tired after this. I'm very high right now, but text me tomorrow. I'm around. You have my number.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere with that foot.
I buy used inspection stickers, laughing my ass out, $50 to $60 worth just cheating it. Yes, it is. In Massachusetts, you cannot get away with it.
Oh, they'll throw you in jail for that.
Unless you work for a glass company, you might be able to.
Nah, they'll throw you right in jail for that.
Cindy says Jeeper mindset. And she said, I mean, you do live in Florida, so you don't see much of that. You're right. I love it. No inspections. My mechanic and I hugged. We were like, I fucking love Ron DeSantis. Tracy says, and do they fix this road with the money? Nope. Trace, let me just tell you something right now. When you get down here, and I know you're not coming all the way to Florida, which to this day, I don't understand why, but that's beside the point. And you come down south, you're suddenly going to realize there's no potholes. We don't have potholes. And they're like, this road feels like butter. You know what? We should repave the whole fucking thing. And they repave it. There's no bumps.
You know why?
I'll tell you
why why? Because they don't have to spend all that money on snow plows and salt.
Maybe they should get rid of the snow. Maybe they should focus on how to get rid of the snow. You guys need to stop recycling. Get more global warming. You know what? That's snow. Icky. Then I'll move back home. Cindy says, but I don't think anyone's blinkers work. I like to I put my blinker on and sometimes my Jeep doesn't shut it off and I always have my music blaring. So I'll drive for like forever. You're that lady. For miles with my turn signal on. Cindy says, although I go through a causeway bare assed out the window or door when Hooker is naked. I enjoy doing that. I've had more than one occasion to flash the general public, as I generally wear dresses and don't wear any panties. Tracy says, I know I lived in Florida for 11 years. But like, it's weird. Like when we're from Massachusetts. We live here. I have also lived down here before. We both lived in Massachusetts most of our lives. When we went home, we were so annoyed by the potholes, and we were driving that massive truck with all this cushioning. Like it was like in the Jeep, that would have been like, and in the Volvo, we would have felt like we broke our hymens. Wouldn't have been good. And Doug doesn't have a hymen, and no one's going to shit on his chest, and mine has long been broken. We just have sinkholes instead of potholes. Yes, but my friend with all the urinals, the one that's growing all the extra dicks, like the Wheel of Fortune wheel, he has 2 urinals, and he is a
How do you loop it back to that?
He's an engineer. He does like the what does he do? That's what kind of engineer? A civil engineer.
Yeah, civil.
And he tells us where there's holes, and he said that he would check for us when we buy a house, which is nice.
Nice.
Cindy says my Jeep finds every bump. No. This wasn't our Jeep. It was a rental car. So we flew home to deal with a financial and legal matter. Whole other story. And we had a rental car, and it was a Dodge Ram. It was a Dodge Ram. And we, which is far more cushy than the Jeep. But that fucker, we felt every fucking bump, and it was because the roads are so shitty in Boston. It's ridiculous. Tracy says, my eyes were opened, LOL. I don't know what your eyes were open to, but rock out. Tracy said, I flash all the times, titties and ass I prefer in the wind. Get it, girl. You do it. You do you. Tracy says, yep. And did you ever see the memes of the person driving drunk and avoiding the potholes? Dude, yes.
I did a great Photoshop.
Just finish what Ann said, and you can tell me about your Photoshop. Do you know what the blue reflectors are between the yellow lines in the road are? Aren't they? No, I don't know.
They're blue reflectors, so you know what the goddamn line is.
What are the blue reflectors in the line?
Oh, it might be so you can land a plane. I don't know. No, I think
blue reflectors in roads. It's a fire hydrant? Are they fire hydrant?
I don't know. I'm trying to find my Photoshop.
What the hell is that?
There are a lot of owls out there.
There's some craziness going on.
It's one of those. All
right, I don't know what the blue reflectors are. What are those? Of a water source. They indicate the location of a water source, is what I'm seeing. Although if you know more, then tell us. Doug, if you're going to have to search for it.
Well.
You're still having to search for it? I can find something else. The story.
I had photoshopped my son in one of the pool flamingos and floating in a pothole outside of a Dunkin's.
That was an old one, but it was good.
Yeah.
Which kid was that?
That was Nolan. And then I put him in the pool at UMass in the float, and then I did a bunch of them. He's floating in the flamingo and the Titanic singing behind him. But there was a good series of photoshops.
I found out the other day after a few years that they show where fire hydrants are. Yes, fire hydrants or any water source. So if there's like a pond or something that they can spike into. Cindy says, hubby works for DOT. I'll ask him. I Googled it, and that's what I got. Was water source, but I wasn't sure if that was.
So what you're saying, you don't need her husband, who's an expert.
No, I mean, I probably need him for something else, though. Sounds like a nice guy. We should all hang out. We have so many people who, like, our list of people we're supposed to hang out with now is just growing and growing and growing. We're like, yeah, we'd love to hang out with you. But Stacey's a cripple, and she barely gets out of bed ever. So there, I did drive my neighbor to work today.
You did.
I actually went through my planner, and like October was like nothing. And I had to reflect on the month of October, and it was depressing. I was like, what were your top 10 accomplishments this month? Well, didn't kill myself. Distracted myself. I did watch Macy twice. That was something.
Yes, you did.
We did the podcast. Like I had things, but it was hard. And I was like, what goals did I not reach this month and why? I'm like, I didn't reach any of my goals this month. Why? Because of this stupid fucking disease. And then it's like, ask you all these questions. Like, because you're basically every month I set goals. I set goals for the year and my long-term goals as well. Like my 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, etc. And my planner, I break it down from monthly to daily, or to weekly to daily. And then at the end of the month, I reflect and then, repeat as needed. And so, it was just asking me all these questions that were super depressing. Like, what did I realize while staying present this month? I realized that I hate this fucking disease.
I realized that I didn't want somebody shit on me. My chest. I don't want that. That's what I realized this month. It's only the first.
I dare you to find a journal somewhere and write that down so your grandchildren can one day see it. My grandchildren will one day see this video. And they'll be like, "Oh, now we know,
Grandpa.
we know why you didn't talk to her. She's crazy." I can be a reasonable person when I want to be, but not usually. Tracy says usually the white reflectors and the blue signify a higher fire hydrant. Red signifies an emergency call box. You taught us one thing and raised us another. Cindy says Google always knows best, though. Not always, but a lot of time. But also, if you're looking for natural health stuff, don't look on Google. It's very curated. They curate the responses to your Google search, to say the very least. Cindy says, I only go out on the weekend. We ride motorcycles, a part of a bike group. That's our weekends. I don't do shit. Cindy said, and yes, I ride with a broken foot right after surgeries, IV lines flapping in the wind. Don't give a fuck. I had a mod. I had my my IV bag hanging from my the visor in my Jeep. I'll have to tag you in the picture.
It's a good picture.
And she said, and great grandma never had an orgasm. That would be my grandma. Yeah, she never had an orgasm.
Would no.
She said, hell, you were dying. Yeah, it is. That poor woman never came.
That's a hard life.
Do you guys think that if I like went and did stand up and told the story about my grandmother, that people would find that to be funny?
Oh, it's a very funny story.
I've thought of so many like things to add to that since then. Anyway, it's 9:23, so we are. Google says you dying. Oh, okay.
Yeah, anytime you Google anything, you're probably dying.
I think, yeah.
Did you Google your foot? That would be good. Like you Google I have a broken foot.
I don't know.
You're dying.
The things Google must think of me. In any case, it's 9:23, and we've been trying to cut the podcast like shorter lately. And we thought about switching the time and stuff too. We got to figure it out. Trace says I'm working till 9 p.m. the next 2 nights. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Terrible. Cape Coral right now 69. It's getting chilly. But back home, 34.
Oh, fuck
Poor
that.
bastards.
And Cindy says Google Scholar is the way to go. I would argue that that could be some dicey area if you get into natural health, which is like a big thing with me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how Google has handled that in the past. So gratitude. I am so grateful for the people that watch and participate in the podcast. Cindy, Tracy, Ann, Randall.
Oh yeah,
Randall. I don't know who else was here. I don't know who else was here tonight, but it's just because I have no memory, you guys.
Was one of them.
Jen was here for a little bit. I forgot about that. Randall was here. Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Cindy, of course. Did I say Cindy?
Yeah. But then we also get a lot of lurkers. Like right now, we have more people than we know about right now.
So anyway, we're super grateful that you watch the podcast, and obviously when you comment, it helps if you could share it with your friends. Like tell somebody like, oh my God, I watched this really fucked up podcast. If you like Always Sunny or Howard Stern, or if you have no soul, watch it. You'll like it. And tell them some of the fun things we talk about. And then Tracy said it was sleeting today in Mass. I heard that it was sleeting out South Shore, but wasn't it accumulation in the Berkshires?
Yeah, Western Mass, like Amherst, out that way.
Amherst.
I like to say Amherst.
If you say the H,
I also like to say Illinois because it aggravates people.
Terrible. I can't even.
I am grateful for not having snow. Had a beautiful day here. I'm grateful that the Jeep got fixed.
I'm grateful the Jeep sounds better.
We can go back to Sanibel and not scare the animals.
Oh my God, we scared the animals. We caused like a mass migration based on the sound of my fucking exhaust alone.
I'm grateful for our lunch today was good. White trash carbonara. If you want the recipe, we'll tell you about it.
We've done it on here a million times.
Anyways, yeah.
Cindy's grateful for Stacy not shitting on.
Yeah. Also, But maybe if she did that, I wouldn't have to hear about I can't move out, I can't move out.
Would it be worth it?
No, it would not.
What if I have nice poops? Maybe you'll like them. Maybe you'll be like, oh, nice poo poo.
Good night, guys.
Wait, I have to show my gratitude.
I'll be over here off camera.
What?
I'm gonna be over here, just off camera.
Why do you have to abandon me in my time of need? Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is your time of need?
Yeah. We need to express our gratitude. Things have not been going well for us. The more grateful you are, the more good things happen, the better you feel. I'm so thankful for you guys in Doug's face, and I'm thankful for homemade pasta dinner that my brother made. I'm so thankful to move next week. I'm so excited for you guys. I can't even I'm gonna need like hourly updates, and I think you're driving, so that'll be hard for you to do. But if you want to just call me and chat, we can do that for all day. What? Why can't I do mushrooms and float around the pool while I talk to Tracy while she moves across the country?
No, because you do it. You would keep her company. My
friend's brother was in the hospital dying of a brain aneurysm. I stayed on the phone with him till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So we talked about spider porn. Google it. It's strangely erotic. So anyway, I am thankful that the Jeep is fixed. I'm thankful for the people that are here. Obviously, I already said that. I'm thankful that you made lunch today with relatively few complaints, but I'm really having a rough time with the whole complaining thing. So if we could work on that, that would be great. And I'm really grateful that you help me all the time, and I appreciate you. I'm grateful for Doug's little Croc flip-flops because they make me smile because they have charms all over them. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for RV videos on the internet. They have been helping me to fantasize about an RV life. I'm grateful for spreadsheets because I can make spreadsheets about things that I want to do in life and entertain myself, because I'm the kind of person that for fun likes to plan things. Sometimes I like to do math for fun. I'm grateful that Doug is not mocking me. But as he realizes that, oh, wait a second, I think my wife might be, what's that word that they're using now to say that you're autistic, but not? It's like neurodivergent. My wife is neurodivergent.
Everybody's got some spectrum.
I'm
stuff.
grateful that
Everybody
I live in a world that encourages me to have ADD, and I'm grateful for boring owls.
I'm grateful for many things. I'm grateful for everybody joining this podcast. It gives us sort of something to focus on that isn't real life, I guess, if you think about it. And I don't know if you noticed that we enjoy the absurd, and we find it in everyday life, and we like to share it with you guys.
Tracy says, my co-pilot back out, so you will need to keep me awake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on it. I'm on it, girl. Hit me up.
That voice will keep you awake.
Here is the problem.
Oh, here's the problem.
Tracy is going to be driving down, and she'll be listening to the podcast while she drives, but she won't be able to comment because she'll be driving. It's not like she could be like, while she's pulling a trailer, because I imagine she's going to be pulling the trailer down.
Oh, and a big old.
They're going to have like a big
that truck
convoy.
probably drives itself. It's
convoy.
Truck will drive
Dude,
itself.
they're going to have.
Hey, could you bring us some Coors beer from Texarkana?
So Tracy's car, Beck's car, brother's car, mom's car, at least 4 cars, plus the trailer, plus the moving truck.
And
that doesn't include
4 squawking geese.
And I know they had a couple people who are going to come and help them, and they got dogs and cats and lions.
Please tell me there's going to be a
bears.
big parrot or a chicken in a cage.
I really wish I was going to be part of this. It sounds like a good time. Tracy says, "Lol." My brother's pulling the camper. He has a Ford F-250.
It's a 250. 250 is like, and in there's a 350, right? But then they go like the heavy duty stuff.
Dude, you could rent a dolly and tow Bex and ride together and save on gas.
Oh. Or you'd be like me, have your vehicle shipped down here with a bunch of crap in it, and then you save across the board.
Yeah, it was $1,350 to ship that stupid car.
The car's worth about $1,300.
Plus we tipped. And apparently we're the only people that ever tipped the guy.
You gave me too much money, Doug. I'm like, that's a tip. Really? Like, you did a great, if you are shipping a car, like, it's such a racket. It's like it all goes into this.
But this guy is a local guy out of Marshfield. Yeah. So if you're from the South Shore, this guy out of Marshfield is fantastic, and he was recommended by his daughter-in-law on the Marshfield
Yeah.
forum.
So I'm grateful for him. So there you go.
Arthur
All right.
was his name.
Yeah,
Arthur.
he's good.
Shout
Yeah,
out
we
to
have his
Art.
name.
And
All
my
right.
new friend Art, the nudist.
Art the nudist. Hey, well,
I'm grateful for nudists.
we know all types, folks. I don't know, but she's the magnet
We love all of you.
for all people. I know nice people.
Be you young mothers with families,
with clothes,
or,
things of that nature.
Potheads of a certain age, or OG
Jeep
lesbies, or
drivers,
clumsy ass
lineys,
Jeep drivers, whoever you are.
whatever.
If you're a
Neighbors.
man from a foreign country,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we love all
Randall.
of you. We love all of you.
For sure.
We love you. We appreciate you, and we will see you mañana if I don't feel too shitty. Bye.